afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. My name is Balaji. I will be the sergeant at arms of the today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting number 855 of the Medley Toastmaster Club. Before we begin, the 3 ground rules we follow in our every Toastmaster Club. 1. We refrain talking about sex, religion, politics. 2nd, keep your mobile phone in silent mode. I will give you 2 minutes. And the 3rd is, please don't cross talk while someone is speaking on the stage. And the 4th one is, please don't move around here and there. The mission of our club is to provide positive and supportive learning environment in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With that, let's begin our exciting meeting. I now hand over to the stage to the Presiding Officer, a dedicated leader and IT professional working as a senior architect at Ericsson and recently won first runner-up award at the Area C3 Evaluation Speech Contest, Creative 2025. Let's put 2 hands together, Toastmaster Barath.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Balaji, for setting the ground rules of the meeting. Greetings, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. With the sound of this gavel, I declare Medley Meeting number 855 open. I welcome the dignitaries who have joined us here, Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas A. District 120 PR Manager for the last year, and also the past President of Medley. And also welcome all the fellow Toastmasters, Medley members, and the guests who have joined us here. So today I want to share a small story about an ancient Japanese art. In the 15th century, there was a shogun. A shogun is a general in a Japanese empire. So this shogun had a prized possession, which was a tea bowl. And the tea bowl was very artistic, it was stunning, and it was so beautiful that he had it as a prized possession. And he kept it in his almirah as a decorative item. And after a few months, we saw there was a small crack which developed in this bowl. And slowly the crack became big and it broke the bowl, and the bowl became into multiple pieces. And seeing this shogun was heartbroken, and he somehow wanted to replace it or get something better or more magnificent and beautiful than this. So he sent this broken pieces of this bowl. He sent it to China, and he wanted a replacement, something more similar or something more grandeur than this. But after he sent it, they tried to get it, but no one could find something similar or something as grandeur as this. And so they tried to fix it. So in China, they tried to fix this tea bowl, and they sent it back. But seeing this tea bowl, the shogun was not happy. It looked a bit more clumsy, and it was not properly fixed. There was clamp, it was some glues were there, and he was not happy to it. And he wanted to somehow fix this, and so he called his artists from the empire, and he gave them some ideas and suggestions to fix this. And they went, and then they tried, they followed the shogun's inputs and advice, and then after working on it on a few months, they came back and presented this tea bowl. And when he saw it, to his surprise, it looked more stunning and more beautiful than the original one. So what it was done is, they have filled these cracks whichever was there in the bowl with some small material, and then they have glazed it, polished it, all these cracks with a golden coating or a golden layer. This golden layer was so illuminating that it added to the value, and it lifted the appearance or the aesthetic appearance of this tea bowl itself. This fixed tea bowl looked much more grandeur and much more stunning than the original tea bowl. So it was all possible because of the cracks which is developed and then the cracks was done in a way, and it was polished and it was nailed and it was coated with the gold in a way it looked more stunning. The reason to quote this here is the cracked one appeared more beautiful and more stunning than the original one. So this later went on to become as the Kinshugi art, which is an ancient Japanese art from the 15th century, and it became popular worldwide. Similarly, for each one of us, when we join Toastmasters or when we come onto the stage, we are not perfect. There are some cracks, and then whenever we come, we are delivering a speech and we forget few lines, and we stumble and fumble, all these things. But these are what makes us crack, and when these are fixed in a way it is illuminated, it becomes much more grandeur than our original self. It also tells us it is not about hiding the crack, hiding whatever is there, but then fixing it and illuminating it in a way it is much more better than the original self. Now I take a break here and also like to welcome the guests who have joined us here. Sir, can you please come over here and give a short intro about yourself? Your name?
Jayashankar.
Welcome, guest Jayashankar. Can you give us a brief intro about yourself?
Okay. This is my first time on the stage, so please bear with me. So my name is Jayashankar. I come from Hema, and this is the first time I'm part of Toastmasters Club. Again, I just got transitioned into a leadership role, where I think public speaking and good orator skill is required, right, to go on my journey in the leadership role. So that is where I thought starting Toastmasters Club would benefit me in a long run. Thank you.
Thank you. The Toastmasters is a century-old non-profit, educational and a supportive organization which helps the members to improve and practice that communication and leadership skills in a supportive and a conducive environment. In a Toastmasters meeting, to take the meeting forward, we usually have a Toastmaster of the day who conducts the meeting, segments the meeting and then takes the meeting forward. So to run the meeting today, we have a Toastmaster of the day who is a co-founder of an Express and Talk Academy where they develop the communication and leadership skills in children. She is also a corporate trainer and also an NGO associated with the Prem Rawat Foundation. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Praveena S as the Toastmaster of the day.
Mistakes are part of the identity as human beings. This is a quote by Praveena S. If there is one section of humans who love to make mistakes and glorify it, I think it's none other than the Toastmasters. Because these mistakes are what help us to give an inspiring speech, or if it has any embarrassing situation in it, to make a good humorous speech out of it. That's why mistakes make it magic. Many people had a doubt what Maketh is. Maybe it's a mistake, but it's actually a poetic twist. So that's why I had mentioned it as Maketh. So to take this session forward, there are many sessions, and I would like to elaborate on it because of some guests and new Toastmasters who are here. So normally we have 3 sections. In the 3 sections, first will be the prepared speech section, the second will be the table topic section, and third will be the evaluation session. Now, because of these mistakes that we make, in fact, actually I was thinking there's been a lot of telepathy over here. A few members that I asked some questions, 2 or 3 were just the same, and whatever Barath said today, it kind of resonated with whatever I had to tell. So I was just trying if I can do something different, then I thought let me chuck it, let me just go by the script that I have. So the number of mistakes that we make, be it fumbling on the plays over here like I'm doing now because I'm thinking what to do next, because I'm trying new not to use the script. So that is also causing a bit of stress in me. And secondly, the number of times we stare blank over here and the number of filler words that we use, either frustrating or making the our counter feel great about it, is all directly proportional to unraveling the magician in us. Because that is when we weave the magic of a wonderful performance over here to make the audience go, I wish I can speak like this person. Yeah? So let's not feel for making the mistakes, but let's celebrate making these mistakes. I have 5 different situations where such accidental mistakes and accidental accidents and discoveries helped in the innovation of some real basic stuff, some basic innovations which are still indispensable and still extremely popular, that even the person who invented it would not have imagined. But before that, now I would like to call one person over here, because for a meeting of this order to happen, it's definitely not a one-man's army's effort. But first, definitely, I would like to give credit to this silent person who has been the backbone of every Toastmasters session, working on bringing everything together, which is the VPE Toastmaster Pramodh. I think he deserves a great round of applause, because for the last 1 week he's been constantly updating me of all the developments, so much so that now we have the latest agenda. Over and above that, what else is going to happen, that I leave it to this person. He's an engineering manager working in a private IT company. What is his dream? He aspires to become an entrepreneur, turning ideas into impactful solutions. So this was the question that I posed to most of the role players today. What is one greatest mistake that you made, and how did you transfer from learning from this mistake? So this particular mistake that he did was waiting for the perfect time to do everything, so much so that that wait led to missed opportunities. Only then did he realize every time is a perfect time. So start small, learn in that process, and most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's Toastmaster Senthil, the General Evaluator.
Thank you, TMoD. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
I am Senthilkumar G, today's General Evaluator. My role is to evaluate the entire meeting, everything that has happened so far, and ensure we continue to improve as a club. I will be observing how the transition happens, the timing, the energy, and how each segment of the meeting was handled. I will be also evaluating our evaluators, because even evaluators need a feedback. Now it's time to call upon our tag role players, the team that helps me in evaluating this meeting. The first one, the most valuable thing in life is time. Not only in life, but also in here our club meetings. He makes sure we value every minute of this session. He is working as an associate director delivery at Volunteers. He says he spends half time managing the project and other half time managing surprises. He hails from Coimbatore, married to his college friend. Interesting. He is proud dad of 2 lovely children. Let's welcome our timer Toastmaster Pradeepkumar.
Thanks for the intro. Good afternoon, my dear Toastmasters and delegates. As a timer, I'll be timing all the formal speeches, table topic sessions, and
then we have the evaluations as well. For table topic speakers, should limit the time remarks no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. For the formal speeches, icebreakers should limit the time between 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I'll show the red card. For most other speeches, should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. At 7th minute, I'll show the red card. And the individual evaluation should be limit the time between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 3 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. And 3 minutes, I'll show the red card. All the best for all the speakers. Thank you.
And next comes our accountant, who helps us identify those little filler words that sneak into our speech. She is an HR professional in a private company and she is from Neelangare at Chennai. She joined Medley Toastmaster Club with the goal of becoming successful, professional and eventually strong leader in her field. Yeah, you are in the right place. Outside of work, she enjoys life, simple pleasures, good food, great music and spending quality time with her family and friends. Let's welcome our accountant Toastmaster Ramya P.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The purpose of the counter is to note both the sounds. They are used as a crutch and past fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen to the overused words that includes and, so, but, well, and you know. I will also listen to the filler sounds, that is well. I will also note down the speaker who repetitively use the words or phrases. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of repetitive words during the session. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, our grammarian, who keeps an ear on our language and helps us speak better. She was born and brought up right here in Chennai and currently works as a project associate at CLR. In her free time, she loves to paint or sometimes just sleep, depending on the mood. She currently figuring out what she truly wants to do in life, and honestly, we are all quite too curious to find out too. Let's invite our grammarian, Toastmaster Krishnapriya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to your language usage. So, I will take note of all your improper usage of language and also any outstanding codes or facts you are stating. And it's also my duty to introduce today's word of the day. So, for today's meeting, the word is resilience. So, this word means the ability to recover quickly from any difficulty or toughness. Basically, they don't give up after, like, person who doesn't give up easily after one failure, they try again and again. So, for example, through resilience, every mistake become failure. Every mistake becomes lesson, not a failure.
Alright, with that, my job is done for now in front of audience. I will sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the meeting from the behind the scenes. After all the speeches and evaluations, I will return with my general evaluation report along with our tag role players and speech evaluators. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Yeah, so Krishnapriya, don't feel too bad about the mistake that you did. We all have been through this, and that's why we are all
matching the theme today.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this first packaging accident. There was a tea merchant by the name Thomas Sullivan. He used to send sample tea pouches for all his prospective customers in a silk cloth. His customers, the prospective customers, the main idea was that they cut open the silk pouch and pour the tea into the boiling water. But some people, either accidentally or out of laziness, they put the pouch itself into the boiling liquid. But then, as they were drinking the tea, they realized that the taste and flavor were just the same. So later on, people started improvising it, companies started improvising it so much so that instead of silk pouches, which was slowly getting costlier, they started using gauze and cotton. And voila, now we have tea bags, the indispensable tea bags, which is so very convenient, especially when you are traveling, and that is something which we cannot do without. So a packaging accident is actually something which is a very important innovation. So, shall we all move over to the prepared speech section now? Yes. So for the first speech, I would like to invite the evaluator to give out the objectives, and I would like to reiterate the fact that the reason why we ask the evaluator to give out the objectives is when the time comes for us to vote for the best speaker, we need to keep in mind if the speakers have met the objectives of the speech, and based on that we need to do the voting. So I request everyone to kindly listen attentively to what the evaluator is saying in terms of the objectives. You can either say it from your place or you can come here, it's up to you.
Toastmaster Anish Verma is the first speaker. His pathway is visionary communication, level 1, and his speech is icebreaker speech. And timer, please note down, is 4 to 6 minutes. And title is Silence to Speech. The purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speaking. All the best, Toastmaster Anish.
So he is an 18-year-old live wire teenager. We can see that from his hairstyle.
Gen Z.
Gen Z or Alpha? No, there's a new generation called Alpha. Okay, so he's doing his BBA and he loves to talk. So he wants to improve on his communication style even further. So what is the mistake that he did? He says he refused to look at different perspectives while taking decisions. But now he has learned a hard lesson from that and ensures that he always reads between the lines and looks around before taking a decision. So that is Toastmaster Anish for you. So his pathway is visionary communication, level 1, the first speech, icebreaker. I didn't get your title.
Silence to speech.
Okay, thank you.
What is the title? Can you repeat the title?
Silence to speech.
Silence to speech.
Franklin Roosevelt once said that courage doesn't mean you're fearless. It means you should face something with fear. If that's true, then standing here makes me the courageous and the bravest person I know. That said, let me introduce myself. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Anish Verma, and I was born here in Chennai. For me, Chennai is not just a city. It's my roots, my memories, and where my heart belongs, and also my home. What's a home without a family? My dad. My dad works at a bank. When I was little, I thought my dad lives at the bank because he's always working. But no matter how tired or late he is, he always comes sit next to my bed and spend some time with me because he taught me that time is the real currency. You can earn money, but you can never earn lost time. And then my mom. My mom is a real superhero. She sacrificed her own work career just so she could build us. She was my first audience. She was my first audience and my first teacher too. She taught me that strength doesn't always look like heroic and loud. Sometimes strength looks like helping people, sacrifice and unconditional love. Thank you, Mom. And then my sister. My sister is like a best friend, my therapist, and I can share a lot of things to her, like my fears, my fun, my excitement, everything. Also, my non-existing girlfriends. This is my family. Oh wait, I forgot my dog. As I was writing the speech, my dog came up to me and he barked. He said, I want to be in the speech. So shout out to my dog. His name is Yogi. So life was fun with family. Until one day, in my old school, Ashram, where I studied till 7th grade, the teacher came up to me and said, you're gonna do the morning assembly. Easy, right? I say good morning and I read the script. So the assembly day came and I walked to the stage. I grabbed the mic and I was filled with confidence. So much confidence that it became overconfidence. That's the reason there's overconfidence in the dictionary. It was because of me. So I grabbed the mic from the teacher, I looked at the crowd, and here it was. It went like this. Good mom. I stuttered. My soul left my body, and I was dipped in embarrassment. The day I decided public speaking wasn't for me. Time passed, knowing that public speaking is not my thing. As time went, I shifted to a new house in Navalu, where I currently stay. As a new area came, I need to shift to a new school. I was browsing through schools and I came upon Gateway International, where I graduated 12th. I only joined that school because it had a big football ground, and I love football. I still remember the first day I went to the school. New people, new environment, new me. It felt like life gave me a reset button. I could start from first. But still, deep down, I felt that public speaking wasn't for me, and felt the same the old way. Neglecting that, I joined the football club. I played football and people started noticing me that I played really well, and I got a chance of being a captain. Now if I'm a captain, I need to be a leader first. Now what's a leader if you can't speak properly? So I thought I can't be a captain, but still I took the captaincy. Now I thought I wouldn't be a good leader because I was scared to talk. But soon enough, when I played the game, everyone thought I was a great captain, I was a worthy captain. Because in the field, I was shouting across players and mentoring them to play better. It was because of me and my leadership that everyone told our team became good. The same old boy who started saying good morning is now shouting across the field, mentoring, because he's not afraid to talk. Then it shook me. Why am I not afraid? Turns out, over these years, the fear of speaking improved me in talking. As I first said, courage is not being fearless, it's facing the fear. The same old boy who couldn't speak is now in front of you guys. Thank you.
So that is one mistake which he did, and he had the opportunity to tell it over here and make us laugh. Yeah. So for the second, that was also an icebreaker, so I don't think Toastmaster Kousalya need to give out the objectives, right? Yeah, okay. So this speaker, he's a marketing professional with a creative background. According to him, life's biggest lessons come from its toughest moments. And one of the mistakes that he did was, see, this is what I said about telepathy. Whatever Toastmaster Senthil had said, it was almost the same that this Toastmaster also said. So I had a doubt if I was reading of the different speaker of the other speaker. It was almost the same. So whatever Toastmaster Senthil had said, this is what this particular speaker had also mentioned, which is overthinking and waiting for the exact perfect moment. But then he realized, as you keep moving and with experience, you get more clarity, and that is what is perfect about any situation. So this is Toastmaster Karanjeet for you. Pathways is dynamic leadership, level 1, first speech, icebreaker, title, The One Who Falls.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As you know, my name is Karanjeet, and I'm a man who seems to be constantly falling. Last month, I fell in my basement, hard enough to get 80 stitches across my arms and thighs. As I lay on the floor, blood spilling out, pain shooting up throughout my body, I just realized, here we go again. Another fall in my life. As I lay in the hospital that day, for about 6 hours, being stitched up every moment, the doctor, to the point where I almost punched the doctor out because of the immense pain. But I also thought to myself rather, every time I've fallen, I've had to rise again. I've had many falls in my life. And I would say there's always been ups and downs, but I think that's been true of everyone else. I think going back further, I finished my degree in 2005 in communication studies. I started in world post-production. I was working in Los Angeles, did that for about 6 years. But 14 hour work days finally took their toll on me. Struggling every day. Finally, just like my siblings, I came back in 2012 to India, joined my brother's business. Then I realized that wasn't for me either. And of course, as you know, siblings working together are not necessarily great mix, but we get along. With that said, I rediscovered my love of writing. It was as a writer that I really went into any form of creative environment. That led me to become a content writer, and I joined corporate world based on that. And somehow, maybe because people took chances on me, people saw something in me, I was able to move into marketing. And because of my dynamic background as in a creative field, providing a visual, let me repeat that again, providing a creative, well, basically having a creative background, I was able to excel in it. Eventually I grew to leading large marketing teams of about 15 to 20 in different corporate environments that I worked in. So that was kind of my journey towards that. On the personal front, obviously, first thing people keep asking me, are you married? And I tell people, because I keep getting asked this question, and I tell people, I went down that path, and it didn't work out. And I was lucky enough to be in a very supportive structure at home, and that led me out of that struggle. Again, another fall in life. But out of that, I was lucky enough to be surrounded by people who care for me and brought me up. On a lighter note, my married friends tell me I'm not missing much. Obviously, this is their time when they want to complain about their lives. I'm not saying that's true of everyone, but on another note, I'm kind of kept grounded by my teenage niece and my young nephew. Both are my anchors of joy. They keep me grounded, they give me trouble. The other day, my nephew just literally walks into a room, takes my phone, I'm like, hey, did you not want to say hello to me? How was your school? It was fine. And then he just takes my phone and starts playing with it because he's like, I'm your uncle, I'm much older than you. He's like, no, yeah, I know. And he just continues that. And that is the relationship we have, and I have the same with my niece. And they both take full advantage of me in that regard. But what are uncles for? Perhaps coming back to the original point was, I think we all fall in life, but we have to show resilience in order to, courage to move forward in life. It's probably one of my favorite films, Batman Begins, which I think we probably know. Alfred says to Bruce, why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up. So to that I say, it's not about how you fall, it's how you get up and rise again. Thank you.
Now, Toastmaster Jayashri, to give out the objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
Today's speaker number 3, Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao is delivering his speech from the pathway Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 3, Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice either vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. Timer, the duration is for 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes, Umamaheshwararao.
He's a deputy manager at a medical coding company. He enjoys learning something new, and that's why he loves reading books. His favorite quote is, "I was unhappy when I couldn't get shoes for myself until I saw someone without legs." And his biggest mistake was he ignored self-improvement at the early stages of his career, and so now he's joined Toastmasters to improve himself, and he does much more to upskill himself. And that is why he's in a great part now, and we always look forward to his speeches as well. That is Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao.
Thank you.
So Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 3, Introduction to Vocal Variety and or Body Language. The title is My Body Forgot the Language.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The Toastmaster is so cruel. It throws me out of my comfort zone. Every time I thought I learned something new, it finds new ways to embarrass me. I completed just 2 speeches from my presentation mastery pathway, just 2. And suddenly my club says, "Uma, you are representing us at the area level." Area level? I still feel nervous when I speak at room level. The day before the contest, I couldn't sleep. I'm busy watching videos. At 10 p.m., how to use hands while speaking. At 11 p.m., the power coaches. At 1 a.m., the TED Talks, the secret formula. As if I could learn everything in one night, it took them years. My YouTube history looked like I cried for help. One expert said, keep your hands above the hip and below the chest, they'll move naturally. But on stage, nothing moved naturally. Not my hands, not my legs, not even my facial muscles. My hands looked like they are waiting for government approval before they could move. And that's when I realized my body forgot the language. Even my 4-year-old moves his hands more when he refused to eat something, or at least he saw some language, some expressions. But before the contest, before the YouTube panic, there was even more tougher challenge, writing the script. You know, it is easy to copy something from Google, but the problem is like the Toastmasters can smell a copied script from a mile away. You are confidently speaking and somebody from audience will whisper, "Hey, I heard this one from Google search result page 2. So I have no options. I have to write something original. I asked my brain, shall we start? My brain replied like, sorry, the creative department is temporarily closed. The original ideas are currently out of stock. Please try never reach back. Thank you, brain headquarters. Then I took my laptop. I wait for some inspiration to strike, nothing. I drank coffee, nothing. I took a walk for an idea, nothing. I stayed at motivational quotes, still nothing. Then I prayed to God, oh God, just one good idea, please help me. Then God replied, sorry, original ideas are currently unavailable. Have you tried Google? Even the God is telling me to copy from Google. At that moment, my brain felt like an empty refrigerator. Lot of cells, but nothing inside. Then I stopped thinking to write a great speech. I started writing a speech on my struggle to write a speech. The struggle became the story, the confusion became the content, and the problem became the solution. The contest day arrived. All the YouTube preparation, everything, finally it is the day. Before step onto the stage, I have a checklist in my mind. Eye contact, check. Vocal variety, check. Body language, check. Confidence, pending under review. I felt prepared, ready, professional. Then I stepped onto the stage. Like suddenly my brain felt like a traffic constable who is trying to manage a rush hour. Like vocal variety, body language, speech, I don't know where to focus and why everyone looks like silently judging me. My mouth is struggling for language and eye contact, the toughest spot. I tried looking at people's eyes. When someone looked back and smiled, my brain went into automatic shutdown mode. Confidence gone, vocal variety missing. If monotonous speech could win contest, I would be the world champion. And guesses. My hands don't even move automatically when I am doing dancing. How could they move during a speech? At that time, I felt like my brain is running Windows 95 version, trying to open 12 tabs at once, and the cursor is still spinning. For this first 30 seconds, I was like a robot, stiff, mechanical. My hands are glued to my sides like they would be taxed for movement. Then something strange happened. I made a joke, someone in the audience laughed. Not a polite laugh, a real one. And suddenly my hands started moving automatically without government approval. My voice had a variety and my face had some expressions. You know what the best part was? I wasn't perfect, but I was present. I am not thinking about my checklist anymore. I was just talking, being myself, telling my story. That's when I realized Toastmaster is not cruel at all. It gives us the right amount of pain to make the best kind of progress. From frozen hands to funny stories, from empty ideas to full speeches. Toastmaster doesn't just teach us how to speak, it teaches us how to grow. With my resilient servants, maybe one day my body will remember the long ways. Thank you.
With that, we come to the end of the speech section, prepared speech section. May I request the timer to give out the timing so that we know who all are qualified. Okay, so all the three speakers have qualified. If the link is out, I would request everyone to kindly vote for the best speaker. Have the guests been provided with papers to vote? They are allowed to vote, right? They are allowed to. Yeah, okay. So if the guests can be provided. If the links are provided, I can wait for 10 seconds. Guests, would you want us to call out the speaker's name again? Okay, the first speaker was Toastmaster Anish. The second speaker was Toastmaster Karanjeet. The third speaker was Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao. So now we have to move to the next section, but before that, situation 2, innovation number 2. Kellogg's brothers, can someone tell me the names of the Kellogg's brothers? John and Will. Once they were preparing some wheat-based food for the patients in their sanitarium. One particular instance was when they forgot to store the wheat properly, the food that was cooked properly, and because of which the next day they found out it was stale. But instead of throwing it, they decided to roll it out flat into thin flakes, after which it was toasted. And to their surprise, they found it to be crispy and tasty, and the patients really loved it. And that is when they thought, why not try it with corn as well? And that is what we have now, the breakfast classic, the ubiquitous, indispensable Kellogg's cornflakes, which is coming in various other brands. Now, we are moving to the impromptu session, or what is called the table topic session. Talk about mistakes. This is one breeding ground for all of us to make enough and more mistakes and learn from it. So I would like to call this person who is going to be the table topics master, who is a multidisciplinary researcher in CLRI and an associate professor in ACSIR. His interest is he is fond of hearing motivational audio books while doing his favorite outdoor pastime, which is walking. The biggest mistake that he did was not submitting the demand draft of his MPhil admission because of some ill-gotten advice. So now he ensures that he always takes the guidance of well-wishers, and where else can you find better well-wishers than in a Toastmasters club? That is Toastmaster Shanmughavel M.
Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
As a table topic master, I welcome you all to today's most exciting and well-taken session of Toastmaster meeting, that is table topic session. For the newcomers and the guests, the table topic session, I will provide you a topic. One must to talk 1 minute to 2 minutes to qualify. And also you have to adhere the timers too. Once the timer shows this red card, you should try to finish as soon as possible. As it is an unprepared speech, this is also called an impromptu speech. Okay? Then also, this table topic boosts communication as well as persuasion skills, and it improves confidence and public speaking skills, prepare for unexpected situation, develops the ability to think on their feet, and also I am requested to use the word of the day, resilience. November 1, that is today, is celebrated as World Vegan Day. Vegan food can be considered a food for several reasons. This topic is related to vegan food. For this, I would like to invite our Vice President Education, who is a vegetarian, Toastmaster Pramodh A. Toastmaster Pramodh A. Your topic is, how does a vegan diet help human health? How does a vegan diet help human health? Toastmaster Pramodh A.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanmughavel, Table Topics Master. I am under a lot of pressure now. The next time you guys see me reaching out for chicken, You're all going to be giving me looks. How dare you? Toastmaster Shanmughavel told me very clearly, you are a vegan. Now behave yourself. How does a vegan diet benefit us? Personally, I'm not a vegan. Most of the time, I'm a vegetarian because I prefer eating what my mother cooks at home. Obviously, what your mother cooks is always best for you, in my opinion. So I stick to that. Once in a while, I like to indulge when I'm with my friends. That being said, I have a lot of respect for the vegetarian diet, partly because I'm sentimental. I'm used to it, what we get at home. Also because it takes a lot of discipline for someone who loves meat to abstain from it. And there is a principle which is culturally in our country primarily, where we say that, all right, out of respect for animals, I shall not kill animals. It is a sentiment, a cultural thing which we follow. I don't think it should be enforced at gunpoint. At the same time, it is something I have a lot of respect for. That being said, there are those who would say that a vegetarian diet is good for health. I agree with them. Not to be mandated. At the same time, there are those who say a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet lacks proteins. I strongly disagree with them. It does not lack proteins. Any proteins you get from eating an animal, you will still get from eating a plant. It is just a matter of choice. It's a matter of which protein is your favorite. So, would I say that does a vegan diet help a human health? Yes. So does the non-vegan diet. So does meat. It's all about, are you hungry? Is this the food you like? Either way, food is God, as we say in our culture. Whatever we eat, it is going to nurture you. That is what we need to think about. Thank you for the opportunity to give topics, Master.
Thank you so much. Tomorrow, November 2 is celebrated All Saints Day. Some people believe the soul exists while alive and possibly after death. But in case of ghosts, it is believed that they exist only after death. Actually, for this topic, I would like to invite a postmaster Vijayarasan, but he was absent. So today, I would like to call the postmaster Narendra. Toastmaster Narendra, if you are alone at midnight on a new moon, Umamaheshwararao, night, when your post appears, what will you do? Just do. You can see the response.
Thank you so much, Table Topics Master, for that very innovative topic. I've been a Toastmaster for almost over a year, a little over a year, and I've never seen such a topic given to anyone. To be honest, I'm not sure if, I don't believe in the concept of ghosts, but again, that doesn't mean that I'll be courageous enough. If you ask me to go to some spooky graveyard alone at night and spend a night there, I might not be courageous enough to do that. But still, I don't think I believe in the concept of ghosts. But I remember one incident which happened when I went on a trip to Wayanad with my friends. So in the morning we went for sightseeing and we visited quite a few places. And in the night we were deciding what to do. And so we thought we'd go out for dinner. And one of the movies got released that time. And we decided, it was a Tamil movie. And we decided, okay, we'll watch Tamil movie in Wayanad. So we went to the theatre and it was a night show. And then we came back. And remember, this was before the era of Google Maps. You cannot just use Google Maps to navigate anywhere. And by the time we left the theatre, it was around, we came out of the theatre after watching the movie, it was around 12 o'clock. And the place where we stayed in Wayanad was not so crowded. There were a few people walking here and there, And we remember the way to the hotel when we traveled and we came back. But once we went to the theatre, we forgot how we reached the theatre and we forgot the route. So we were asking people around, and everyone whom we looked at seemed like the people that you see in the midnight graveyard jokes. In whatever the jokes, when someone appears out of the graveyard out of nowhere and then tries to spook you. And everyone looked like that, and that was sometimes when we wanted to go and ask someone for directions, people were hesitating. Can we go and ask them? Will they understand what we're trying to say? And remember, this was Wayanad, and none of us knew Malayalam, the local language. But luckily, some people there knew Tamil. So we were trying to use sign language, and we somehow found our way back to the hotel after a significant amount of struggle. But that was a very dark night. There were not much street lights as well, and it was very deserted. So that was somewhat of a close experience that I came to what the table topics master has asked me about. So I don't believe in the concept of ghosts, but however, if I do encounter one, I don't know. I probably if I do encounter one, maybe I'll let you know in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. The next topic is related to success. Whenever I remember about success, then I used to remember Tamil actor Chandrababu's famous song. புத்தியுள்ள மனிதரெல்லாம் வெற்றி காண்பதில்லை, வெற்றி பெற்ற மனிதரெல்லாம் புத்திசாலி இல்லை, பணம் இருக்கும் மனிதரிடம் மனம் இருப்பதில்லை, மனம் இருக்கும் மனிதரிடம் பணம் இருப்பதில்லை, புத்தியுள்ள மனிதரெல்லாம் வெற்றி காண்பதில்லை, வெற்றி பெற்ற மனிதரெல்லாம் புத்திசாலி இல்லை. These final two sentences indicates not all the intelligent people are successful, or not all successful people are intelligent. For this topic, I would like to call your guest, Jayapur. Yes, Jaykumar, what do you think about success? You can tell anything. What you are thinking about success? Whether it is easy or very difficult to get it. How can we get a success? Like that. You can tell whatever you want.
Thank you. Again, looks like I am thrown under the bus suddenly. I was not prepared for this. Again, success is something can't be measured, right? It varies from person to person, right? For instance, I was the school topper in my school days. If you see, after 15 years, I am working as a project manager in a reputed organization. To me, it is not the success I wanted to be. Again, I don't know how to put it across. My aim in my childhood was different, but for my relatives or for my parents, the position where I am currently is what they see as success, but it is totally different to what I want. So it varies from person to person. Success is something can't be quantified as fame, money, or whatever the person aspires to be. It depends upon what they want to achieve in future. What gives us happiness is what means as success to me. I'll keep it short because I'm quite nervous, and this being my first time, I don't want to take it further. Thanks for that.
Thank you. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new, said by Albert Einstein. I have also done many mistakes. I want to mention one. I once made a mistake when I went to pick up my wife from Kindi railway station. Every day I went, drive in car there, park nearby, and wait for her call before picking her up. But on that particular day, I forgot to take my mobile phone with me. If you were in that situation, what will you do? Toastmaster Dinesh said. slide number 11. Next slide. If you are waiting outside the railway station without a boat to pick up your spouse, how will you find her?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanmughavel. I think many of the gentlemen maybe think this is a nice time to go back home. But perhaps at the end of the day, you have to go back home, you have to find your spouse. And the easiest way would perhaps ask someone for their phone and call. But maybe we'll guess that it's in the early stages of a courtship and I don't remember the phone number. Perhaps we have to search and sanitize the entire railway station to find out where the spouse is. Or perhaps we could always say that maybe my wife particularly, she likes Pani Puri, Bel Puri very much. So certainly she will be somewhere in this Pani Puri or Bel Puri counters if it's afternoon or something like that. Maybe that would be the best way for me to find out her in the railway station. So she definitely should be in some chats on eating Bel Puri and Pani Puri. Over please.
Thank you. Next document, post to a Toastmaster Balaji. That is slide number 1. Sorry, 16. Yes. Toastmaster Balaji. Your topic is don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Toastmaster Balaji.
Okay. I have one. Everyone know the story, tortoise and rabbit story. We think rabbit only win the race by the appearance and the fast moving, and finally tortoise only won the race. This is everyone knows. But in the real life, we only tell our success story by not our appearance, but we need to show it in the style of action by how we are doing the things to the people. So don't be the rabbit. Slowly and steadily win like the tortoise. So thank you.
Thank you. Suppose you can assume you are residing in Thurai Park. You have to catch the train to Trichy in the evening around 8 p.m. from Ekmore. You can fetch the train from Ekmore as well as from Tambaram also. Both are the same distance from your residence. That is Pramodh. Thurai Park. When you left your house, you encountered heavy traffic. What will you do? Catch the train. For this, I would like to invite Postmaster and our area director, Toastmaster Pravda. Toastmaster Pravda. How will you catch the train? Your residence is Perumudi, both are from the same place. When you are depart from your house, that time you encounter lot of traffic in both the places. You are leaving at 6 p.m. How will you catch the train?
Thank you, DD Master. Very good evening to my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for this question. I wanted to tell something about similar situation. Last week I wanted to attend Toastmasters meeting. I took permission from my college, started at 2:30 so that I will reach here by 3:15. But
Unfortunately, due to rain, I got stuck just at third platform, and I was standing there without moving for 25 minutes. When I was checking the photographs that I think Umamaheshwararao sent me, and when I reached Thiruvanmiyur, table topic already started. There's no point. And I crossed Adaya, evaluation started. So I straight away went home. Fine. That is this week. I don't want to take rest. I started few minutes earlier. I could reach by 3:15 as there were no traffic. For this question, if I encounter the same situation, I will try to go to Tambram because I know the train will start from Egmore and it will cross Tambram after half an hour. So I try to navigate somehow and go to Tambram so that I will save another half an hour. Otherwise, I try to convince myself and try to reach on some other day. I have to leave the train. I should not stress myself. I have to postpone the trip. Nothing else can be done. Over to the meeting.
Stay to the For this topic, I would like to invite a guest of us. Guest of us. How can a person avoid making mistakes? That means, how can he avoid mistakes?
Thank you. So good afternoon everyone. My name is Akash and good afternoon guests and Toastmasters. My topic is how can a person avoid making mistakes. So actually, as a normal human being, it's not like a person cannot make mistakes. We will make mistakes. So learning from the failures and from the things which we face. Say for example, if it's a student writing an exam or a job interview, or if you miss a train. So if we know that if we make one mistake, we will learn from that mistake. But we should have that resilience of not doing that mistake, keep on doing this mistake again and again. And according to my opinion, how we can avoid mistake is, first of all, we can ask an advice from people, and second is that we should not, if we make a mistake, we should not think about it every time. And third most thing I would say is that while committing a mistake, what we try to anticipate is that what the other people will think. So that I think. Thank you.
Shall I go for two more? The next topic, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ramya. Toastmaster Ramya, can you share any of your childhood blunders? Mistakes.
Really again, I thought I will not get a chance to talk again if I take another tackle. Anyway, there are a number of blunders we have done in our childhoods. Quoting, what shall I say, when the auspicious days come, my mother used to say, should not touch the foods, whatever she prepared for the gods. If we take that, we will get something bad will happen, something like that. And other than that, one thing I normally don't speak lie. So that because one day when I made a big lie, it happens to be disclosed by one of my friends. That day it was an embarrassing situation. So from then onwards, most of the time, almost, I will not say I never speak lie, but if it is not for the person, since because of I'm telling the truth, if it is hurting someone or if it is make some people in the vulnerable situation, I try to not to say that, and try to hold on that without disclosing that. So I think more than that. And one day when my teacher asked me, all should normally people, all school teachers now my daughter teacher also asking, all are taking bath every day, something. One day I was like, literally I was very ill. I used to travel a lot for reaching my school. My school, it's almost, will take 45 minutes. So since my nursery itself, I started traveling without the help of my parents, without anyone. So that day I was very sick and my mom went to my relative house. So just because my mom will shout if I'm not going to school, she will shout at me. I somehow managed to reach school. That day my teacher asked me who did not take bath. Then I raised my hand. I was that much illness and I raised my hand and said that I didn't take bath. So that was an embarrassing situation. I felt like it's a big blunder. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First class from here. I have told about today and tomorrow, and I didn't tell about yesterday. The yesterday, 31st October, was celebrated as National Humidity Day in India. We have also celebrated in our department commemorating Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birthday anniversary. This topic is related to the unity. So I would like to call for this topic a person. If I don't call him, this session will be incomplete. So I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Thomas D. Abraham. What happens to a nation when unity is lost? Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas D. Abraham.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Do you know that you're forcing me to break the law that this gentleman... I'm told not to talk about politics. How can I talk about nation unity and not talk about politics? What's the idea? What's your intention, sir? You want me to not to come back? Having said that, look at us today. We are from different districts, different parts of the country. Some lived abroad, some will go abroad. We are so different. And no two of us, sorry, I'm not going to make anybody feel awkward. No two of us look similar. Yes or no? At least here it's so. Yet, here we are, how many are we? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 of us. And for a moment, I'm so flattered. All of you are looking at me. Same action, same anxiety. What is this guy going to say? Right? Aren't you all thinking about the same thing? Yes or no?
Yes.
That is unity. When that unity is lost, some of you will go back to your minutes, you will go into your what you want to say next, somebody will go into. That is when that unity is lost. That is when coherence is lost. So long as all of us can think the same thing, even if you don't think the same way, so long as all of us can look at the same thing, think the same thing, we will have unity. That's what clubs give us. That's what Toastmasters give us. Why we have unity? All of us are here for the same business. I often think, don't mind my saying this, it's a little like swimming pool. All of us jump into the swimming pool. We are bad swimmers, but nobody will laugh. You know why? After you laugh at me, I'm going to watch you laughing, making the same mistake. So it's a unity of purpose. It is not unity of view. It's a unity of purpose. All of us are in it for a common cause. That will bind us together. That's when Uma makes a speech. I will go and say, Uma, hey, why don't you do it this way? All of us instinctively help each other. That is unity. Forget the nation. Think of the club now. Let's be united. Then the country will become united.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all for participating in the table topic. Thanks. Two more. 26. For this topic, I would like to call guest Sathyavathi. Guest Sathyavathi. To progress in life, which is more important, knowledge or intelligence? Why?
Nice topic. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. So, knowledge or intelligence? We live in the world of artificial intelligence where machines can do much more than us. We humans have to compete with machines. So, I think more than knowledge, more than intelligence, it is discipline, it is commitment that will take you forward. And knowledge, of course, knowledge or intelligence. So I basically want to, think of what is knowledge and what is intelligence, right? Knowledge is something that you gain from textbook, knowledge is something that you gain from your experience. And what is intelligence? Intelligence, maybe it's like how do you act to a situation. That could, like everyone reacts differently, right? Maybe that could be called as intelligence. I don't know, blurring words. But to me, more than knowledge, more than intelligence, I would say it's your discipline, it's your commitment, and even ethics. These are things much more important in today's society. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call a Toastmaster Kousalya. Please say it. If you were a Prime Minister, what step would you take to eradicate water scarcity? Yes, sorry, Toastmaster Kousalya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I think recently I saw on YouTube about the Pani Foundation. So they are doing a lot. In my hometown, in Madurai, there used to be a hand pump. Water was very scarce in those days. Everybody had a motor. I don't know what to say. A borewell. So it was salt water. But government will give metro water. Metro water. Using the hand pump, you have to use it. But there was a hole nearby that. What as children will do, we just collect sands and we just fill up the hole without realizing the importance of it. So whenever the water was getting wasted, it will go inside the hole and it will go to the soil. So when as a child, we never learned about the importance of water in school. If somebody has taught us how to save water, how water is important. Maybe in Tirukkural we have learned like something about the rainfall and everything, importance of rainfall. So if more knowledge is given to in the schools, in primary schools, we'll try to save water. So if I become a Prime Minister, I think in the primary level, I will teach them more about saving water. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Guest. Choose. Next, I would like to call guest choose. You are the runner? Or you are spontan running? Do you know about a marathon running? Say number 24. Just Mr. Rose, what is the importance of marathon running? Can you something say about that?
Good afternoon to the Toastmasters and their guests. Today's topic is importance of marathon running. So everyone cannot participate directly into the marathon running. So they need more practice. So first we have to focus for that. Instead of marathon running, we have to practice for daily run. Okay, we have to get up and practice to run daily. We have to put effort consistently do the running. So then only we can prepare for that marathon. So the marathon we have to run for more kilometers. Then only we can achieve the destination. We can achieve the goal. So it is more about the preparation. So in the marathon, many people will start in the initial stage will run fast, but they will not reach in the end of the destination. But who is start running slow, then they are picking up the speed steadily and increasing, then they only reaching the goal. So like that, our life also similar thing. We have to focus how to reach the goal. So we have to fix our goal. Then we have to put effort consistently. Then slow and steady. We have to do our progress. Then we can achieve our.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for the participation. Timer, could you please read the names of the qualified speakers? All are requested to cast their vote for the best table topic speaker. Now I hand over the podium to TMoD.
It was indeed a marathon session. Lovely topics, very different and very nicely presented. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shanmughavel. Is the link out for table topics, or is it going to take time after graduation? Okay. Yeah, so I think the evaluator must have finished his siesta, because now I want to take the siesta. So before that, let's go into situation number 3 for another accidental innovation. There were 2 inventors who suddenly came up with the idea of why not have textured wallpaper. So their idea of textured wallpaper, which was new very then, was to take 2 shower curtains and press it together, and that they were marketing. But somehow it didn't work out well. People were not very comfortable with that concept. So it was just lying low when suddenly IBM wanted to have some good packaging material in order to transport all their equipments safely. So this particular textured wallpaper material was used for that. Can someone guess what that could be? What material that was, which helped to protect all these?
Foam, plaster bags.
Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. So that is extremely indispensable now, which is used for fragile items. And you know what, it is also a stress buster, because when we get it on hand, we start popping it. Imagine all of us having bubble wrap in our hands now, all of us would go pop, pop, pop. But it's a wonderful stress buster. Yeah, and that was a very good innovation. Now over to the General Evaluator for that particular part of the session, which is normally the last session, but today that's not going to be the last, because after that we are going to have a fun session as well. So Toastmaster Senthil.
Now let's move on the evaluation session. The most important part of any Toastmaster meeting, because this is where we learn and grow. Let's begin the speech evaluators. Our first evaluator, she began her career as a lecturer, spending 3 years shaping young minds in college. Later she realized that teaching was not her cup of coffee and decided to switch it to clinical side. Today she is happily touching many lives and healing them with care and compassion. Her life philosophy is simple yet powerful. Follow your passion, you will never feel the burden of your work, even when it is strenuous. Let's welcome our first evaluator, Toastmaster Hema.
Thank you, Jean. Toastmaster Anish. What a wonderful title itself, The Silence to Speech. It's a very well constructed speech. It's a chronological order. It is well designed. And you have better clarity. The eye contact was very good. You're very comfortable on the stage. Few anecdotes you were shared. It was very interesting, and you are just in a humorous way you explained. So that way you have engaged the audience, and you have moved on the stage very comfortably. Recommendation here are, the voice was very low, Toastmaster Anish. The people who were sitting on the first row, would have heard. I doubt the people in the last row wouldn't have heard. Okay, you have to work on that. And I felt you were holding your hands on and off. You have left your hands to your side. That was showing you're hiding your nervousness. And I felt the ending was a little abrupt. You're talking about the school everything. You have switched from one school to another school. And you have not explained about what you're doing now. That was missing. And why did you join Toastmasters? It was little abrupt. Other than that, it was a wonderful delight to see you on the stage, because I heard your previous speeches also. Nothing less. It's definitely wonderful. Commendation is like clarity. You're comfortable on the stage, and your eye contact was good. Recommendation is like you should stop holding your hands, and your voice, you have to work on that, and you have to focus more on your conclusion. Thank you so much. All the very best. This speech you will talk. Please implement whatever I have told. But I am expecting a lot more in the coming speeches. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Our next evaluator, she has worked in the IT industry for 10 years, contributing her skills to fast-paced corporate world. Later, she ventured into entrepreneurship, successfully running a small franchisee business, proving she is not afraid to explore new opportunities. Now she is a full-time homemaker, enjoying peaceful life. Of course, joy of being part of Medley Toastmasters Club. Let's welcome our evaluator, Toastmaster Kousalya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Karanjeet gave a speech on pathway dynamic leadership, and the topic was the guy who falls. And he shared all his falls, literal fall, he fell down and how he was hospitalized, and narrative fall, how his family helped him to get back, and his career shifts from post-production in LA to business with his brother, how it didn't go well, and how next was the content writing thing. So he shared all his faults, as well as he told how he rose up also, how he rised. He said that his creative work during the post-production has helped him, that experience has helped him to do better in the content writing. So this purpose of the project was to share something about, to introduce himself, or at least to share some accomplishment. I think he did both well. And when it comes to clarity and this tone and everything, it was perfect. We all saw it. In between, you took a pause. We thought you forgot or you are recollecting another fall. But I think you quoted a beautiful quote from the movie Batman, like we fall so that we learn to rise. So that was a very good quote. And coming to the suggestion, my mentor, what he suggested me when I went blank is that practice more in the mirror and come up with grit and resilience. You will do better. Toastmaster likes us all to do better every time.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Our next evaluator, she works as a senior product manager at Fortune 50 company. In Toastmaster, she has made a remarkable impact. She boosted her club's social media presence by impressive 40% of winning multiple awards. On stage, she is our area level evaluation champion and division level podium finisher in all 3 major contests. She also serves the community by mentoring others as the club mentor of Walter's Clover Toastmaster Club. Let's warmly welcome our evaluator Toastmaster Jayasri.
They say body language speaks louder than words. What if your body forgets the language? Today my hand did forget to write the notes for evaluation when I started listening to Umamaheshwararao speech. That I started enjoying the most, and it was hilarious, it was humorous, and that's what I want to share as recommendations on what are the enjoyable elements in your speech as commendations today. Number 1, the confidence and the calmness you carried from the moment when you walked from there to here and you delivered it for 7 minutes was commendable. We were able to see your calmness despite everyone were laughing. He was just standing present and then enjoying that moment. That was a very neat moment and kudos to you for that. Number 2, his authenticity. Every single word that he was uttering from his mouth was coming from his heart. It was his experience, it was his journey. So that made us to also come closer to him and enjoy the speech. Number 3, I cannot leave this commendations, which is the humor. That made the speech the most enjoyable. And if you name any humorous techniques, be it exaggeration, be it self-deprecation or wordplay, name it, you have it in the speech today. That was enjoyable for me. Number 4, what I love the most is the rhythmic language usage. There were a lot of alliterations in the speech. Struggle to story, problem to solution, confusion to clarity. That made it interesting and memorable for me. These were your strengths, man. These were your strengths not just today but every speech you delivered. Now I'm going to share one technique and one tip for you to improve your public speaking journey. Number 1 is the speech cohesion and the progression is what you need to look into. There were a lot of beautiful one-liner incidents that happened during your contest preparation. But how can you touch this and tie this as a story here is, you spoke about every single body part today. Why don't you start with, what did your head do? What did your eyes do? What did your ears were doing? What did your hand do? If you are able to come down in that order, we will be also able to understand the flow in which you are speaking, rather than moving from one part to other and then going again to the same part. So that's one tip for you to take care of speech cohesion. The second tip that I'm going to share is, not every speech, not every project requires a body language or stage movement. And today's speech, you were enjoying the best, that's your strength, and it did not have much scope for body language or vocal variety. If you are looking for a speech that should have a vocal variety, maybe have some dialogues or have some drama or a story within it, that would help you. So to sum it up, you are a natural entertainer on stage. Your calmness and clarity and your authenticity were your strengths. You have a good linguistic writing skills that help you to enhance your humor. If you could work upon your speech cohesion or the story progression, plus think about which speech requires body language or vocal variety. Not everything requires. I'm sure your body can forget the language, but your speech will not be forgotten by anyone of us here. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now let's hear from my team of supporting evaluators. Let's start with our timer. Toastmaster Pradeepkumar, please share it.
Thank you, Mr. Once again, good evening everyone. So here comes the timer's report. So as today's Toastmaster, they mentioned a lot of things about the mistakes. Even I did a mistake today. Instead of calling out the table topics individual sessions, I made a mistake of just calling out all are qualified. Maybe next time I keep correct next time. Okay, let's come to the report. Okay, Toastmaster Balaji took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Barath took 5 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Praveena started with 4 minutes 51 seconds. And Toastmaster Senthil took 2 minutes 59 seconds. And the prepared speeches from icebreaker Toastmaster Anish took 4 minutes 47 seconds. And the second speaker Toastmaster Karanjeet took 5 minutes 16 seconds. And the third prepared speaker Umamaheshwararao took 6 minutes 35 seconds. And here comes the table topic sessions. Toastmasters Shanmughavel started with 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the first table topic speaker Toastmaster Pramodh took 2 minutes 9 seconds, and Toastmaster Narendra took 2 minutes 12 seconds. Guest Jayashankar took 1 minute 11 seconds. Toastmaster Dinesh CJ took 1 minute 1 second, and Toastmaster Balaji took 50 seconds, and Toastmaster Pravda took 1 minute 39 seconds, and guest Akash took 1 minute 29 seconds. And we have few more table topic speakers as well, like Toastmaster Ramya took 2 minutes 1 second, and distinguished Toastmaster took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Sathyavathi took 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Kousalya took 1 minute 15 seconds, and guest Toast took 1 minute 40 seconds. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now let's hear from our accountant, Toastmaster.
To start with the formal speeches, Toastmaster Anish, he almost had a clear speech, one repetitive word. Toastmaster Prasanavani, when she started, she took some passes as a script reading. And second speaker, Mr. Karanjeet, there are 3 plus R's, 1 and repeated words 3's. And the third speaker, Mr. Umamaheshwararao, he took 1 pass and 2 then, like 2 times, so 1 time. Coming to the table topic speaker, Mr. Shanmughavel started with few also, and Toastmaster Pramodh 2 R's, Toastmaster Narendra several and 3 plus R's and 3 plus so. Guest Jayashankar 3 R's, Toastmaster Dinesh 2 R's, 2 times repeated words. Toastmaster Balaji 2 R's, 2 plus by, but 2 times, so 2 times. Toastmaster Pravda 1 R and repeated I. Guest Akash 2 R, so 1 time. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas had a clear speech. Guest Sathyavathi took few passes and 2 R's and 2 and. Evaluator TM Kousalya took few passes. I didn't guess Joe's. Sorry, I couldn't able to note down his passes. I was into his speech. And the evaluator Jayashri had a clear speech. Thank you.
And finally, our grammarian, Toastmaster Krishnapriya, will share the observations on language and word usage.
So, the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Karanjeet, Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao, Toastmaster Kousalya, and guest Akash. And then after that, I have noted down few phrases and creative lines that I felt was very good. So first is Toastmaster Praveena. Like there are many phrases, like the whole speech was very good, but I couldn't catch up on everything. So glorifying mistakes and edit, there are many lines. And then Toastmaster Anish. So like he also had a very good speech. So like courage doesn't mean you have to being fearless. It's like face the fear. And you can earn money but not time. And Toastmaster Karanjeet, it's not how you fall, it's about how you rise. And Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao, help for cry, confidence pending under review. Like there were many other phrases also in his speech. And then Toastmaster Jayashri, linguistic writing skills. And then Toastmaster Narendra, spooky graveyard. And distinguished Toastmaster upon unity of purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. And thank you, team. All of you provided useful and structured feedback. So, yeah, before I conclude, here is my observation. Yeah. Before I conclude, here is my observations overall the meeting. So, before start the meeting, the venue was arranged perfectly. Thank you, SA team and Toastmaster Balaji. And also, the meeting has been started on the right time. And TMoD Toastmaster Praveena did a great job. And all the speeches are well prepared and aligned with their objectives. So I really enjoyed. And the table topic session also was lively done. Thank you, Toastmaster Shanmughavel M. And the meeting has been good participation and positive energy that I observed. And two recommendations I like to share. The first one is we are following the ground rules, right? So when he shares, SA shared the ground rules, the making the silence is very important. So we need to switch off or make the silent, put it on silent mode on the mobile phone. So that way he gives us some time to, we all the consciously we need to be follow that. So in the future we will be surely improve that. Please follow that. And the other one is the table topic session also seems to be taking more time, so we can be start it down. So we can try to how we can make it a short time. And actually I need to share the positive side of the table topic. The topics was I really enjoyed. So the topics like all are asking like opinions. So the all questions look like opinion, the personal opinions. So that as my point of view, it's helping me to as an audience understand about all the guests and Toastmasters, their opinion. So the all questions maybe in my point of view I am having some opinion. So maybe I can correct them. So correct with myself. Okay, this point of view we can think. So it was very good. And as the speaker perspective also, they can share their opinion easily. So they won't be very hesitant. Right? So thank you team.
Thank you, Toastmaster Senthil. And before we move on to the fun session, so there is one more interesting and colorful discovery. There was a time in the 1930s and even before that when heating was done using coal. And when you use coal, there is always a soupy residue, a dark residue that comes on the wall and all other surfaces. And in order to remove that soot, people used a putty-like malleable substance which they would just roll on the surface where there was soot and it would come out. But after a point in time, the energy that was used was definitely more renewable and eco-friendly, and coal was not used at all. So what happened was this kind of substance that was used was not being in demand, and so they didn't know what to do. And they had enough and more of it. And that is when suddenly some of the teachers came up with the idea of using it as a children's material, a dough, a clay, and which when you added color to it is what is called the play dough now. So what was used for removing soot is now being used as a children's very interesting play idea, theme, which even we adults enjoy using it, and I'm sure many of us have used it. And it brings out the child in us, and in the same way which is going to bring out the child in us during this fun session. And may I call this particular person who is absolutely cheerful, bubbly, and just the right person to conduct this session. She also, like another Toastmaster Anish said, her biggest mistake was not getting the perspective of everyone when it comes to taking a decision, which she has learned the hard way, and now she has learned to read between the lines. And by doing so, she is also able to spread love and cheer to all the people around. That is Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you so much. It was a very good introduction. Okay, so everyone enjoyed the sessions today.
Yes.
The table topics, the speeches, evaluation, which I loved, the cherry on the ice. So now, relax. Timers, relax. It's next 15 minutes, you're just going to relax and enjoy the fun session, which is out of the topic that we discussed all here. Before we get into the fun session, I want you to spell this word. Spooky, dooky, scary witch. Everyone together? Spooky, dooky, scary witch. Yes, you know when you say the witch comes, other than Priya here. And it's a Halloween, so that's why it's a Halloween themed fun. So everyone going to say one word, and that's how we are going to divide into groups. Okay? So each one word. That is spooky, dooky, scary witch. So we are going to repeat. Okay? Hema can read. Dooky. Scary. Thank you.
Spooky.
Scary.
You choose. No, you have to say the next word. Dooky. Yeah.
Scary.
Super. Thanks.
Spooky. Twiki.
Scary.
Dooky. Scary.
Which?
Spooky.
Pramodh, you need to help me. So you are not in the group. Scary. Which? Thank you. And Hema, what is yours?
Scary.
Scary. Balaji, please take it. Okay, because I need Pramodh and Uma's help for me, and the rest of the team, please divide into your groups. Spoopy, Doopy, and Scary and Witch. Everyone is setting his hand.
Switch.
Look on the back, I guess. Carry. Oh, what is this?
Scary.
Any dookies?
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. Senthilkumar, maybe you can join them.
No, your turn.
No, we are not giving.
Okay, I guess we have to set the business.
Because we added on the games.
Okay, all set. Keep it here. Everyone has agreed. Fine. Now, I'll tell you, there was one mummy. Okay, this mummy was there and long before. And no, mummies. So this person has taken a secret and kept in some place that nobody knows. Nobody knows except you three. Only me. Even they. So if you want to take that secret treasure, you have to become a mummy first. And solve these 3 puzzles, and the 3rd puzzle will be the winner. Whoever has completing the 3rd puzzle will be the winner. So let's see who finishes these puzzles and get that treasure. Clear? So the first puzzle is the jigsaw puzzle one. You have to set it up. The next one is cubes were over here, and you have this expressions in this. Okay. Now you have to set these cubes like this, one of the expression, and you have to make the same expression and take a photo. Okay. At least I need 4, not at least 4 expressions from each team. Clear? Any doubts in this one? Okay, good. So once you finish,
Should we participate as a team or one person?
It's all a teamwork.
No, it's
Different
like one
person. One person. In a team, one person giving an expression, one photo. So 4 photos from a team in 4 different expressions.
So the same person should
different. That's your choice. Same person can do, but if it is a teamwork, let opportunity give to everyone. Everyone
more than 4 photos also.
That is up to you. But the thing is, whoever wins first wins the treasure. So 4 photos, each one can take one expression and take it. There is a clue over here. There is a code over here for everyone to decode it. So you have to decode this and finish what is there in this clue. Whoever completes this first will be the winner.
There are 3 things.
Yes.
So
We can take at the same time all 3?
Exactly.
One by one after the one. So first you have to become a mummy. To become a mummy, I'll give 3 tissue rolls to you, to each of your team. You have to select one person from your team and wrap it head to toe with the tissues.
How much time do you
on the
have?
eyes. It is like 10 minutes. We have 15 minutes.
There's not a body to wrap.
You have to use your strategies now. You have to use your strategies now and see who you can select as a mummy. So you will be given 3 roles and only that person.
Yeah, we go in parallel.
No, one by one. That's why I'm coming in. Once you have made a mummy in your team, that mummy will come and bang this and take the first puzzle and go to the team. Finish it and come back. Bang this and keep it. Again, come. Take the second puzzle and go. Finish it and come. Bang the buzzer and then the third puzzle. Once finish the third puzzle, they have to just shout mission completed.
Priya, this is full sessions program.
It will be over.
What is wrapping? How closely do we have to do? You cannot see his t-shirt at all?
Whatever is possible with the 3 rolls. Because 3 rolls, whatever is possible, you have to cover from top. Okay, when the time starts, everyone got the rolls, everyone ready? Start. Okay, the mummy mystery challenge starts now. That is why you have to use your strategies.
Head part.
Eyes are
Come.
All the face put the mummy put it. Priya, he's ready.
You have to cover the whole body.
The whole body covered. Tissue இல்லையே. அவ்வளவு tissue இருக்கு.
Okay, hands straight, மேல.
All 3 tissues.
Hema.
You have to use all three tissues.
All the three.
Finish all three.
Use.
Okay, this is getting like that. Give me the bike.
Okay, we are ready. Okay, then from interest of time, I think we can start.
Okay, interest of time.
There's a sample picture here if anyone wants to see. And which team are you from? Very good. My God, they are like about to finish, right? Yes. The team is using a lot of strategies here.
I don't want anyone to put more than 4 minutes.
It's okay.
Mommy's gone. They shouldn't let the puppies go to the walking. Listen, we have. It is also for me. But we have to get quiet.
Can I take
In the right time.
Done now? Okay, next the second person. Go for me. Ring the bell and take. Let's see who is
Exactly. Push the whole thing forward. Yeah.
You have to give that explanation. They have to take over, right? Someone has to give that explanation and take it.
Narendra, you can see. Only one more. Yes, we have. Go. Yeah. Come. Good. You lead. Hey, Narendra, I want to go. You go.
Okay, wait for it. I need others only to complete it. If Abhi will check the results.
Shall I remove this?
Yeah, but if you put me back. You might as well stop.
24, let us say. Yes, 26. 26. Yeah, I think it's time. Of course, the spooky team and the final. Rookie team. So they finished the final puzzle, decoded, and they have shared the photos to Pramodh. So that is the. Thank you so much. I hope everyone had. And the Doogie team, you have the treasure, please collect it. It is the golden Ferrero Rocher. A big round of applause and claps to everyone.
Okay, so now that we have come to the end of the session almost, we would request you all to vote for the various roles, like the best table topics, best tag role, the best role player, best evaluator. Okay, shall we move on? Yeah. So I have a final one to say. Is there time or do we close? I can? Okay. Yeah, okay. So the last and final one. There was a French chemist who, while doing some experiments in the lab, dropped his glass flask. But much to his amazement, he found out that the glass didn't break into pieces. And on closer observation, he found out it had a chemical called cellulose nitrate, which he was using during one of his experiments, and that prevented the glass from breaking into pieces. And thus was born our unbreakable car windshield, window panes, etc., which when you see, even when you throw a stone at the car windshield, you can only see the lines coming, but it doesn't break into pieces. So that was another one accidental invention. Thank you so much. And the main reason why I decided not to use my script is I realized all these years as a Toastmaster, I've always used script during TMoD session. And since this was all about making mistakes, I thought let me use it as an opportunity to stay away from the script. It was pretty scary because I was never doing it before, except for the prepared speeches and impromptu. But this has given me a lot of courage now to come forward and take more such roles without looking at my script and to prepare much better, because it's lovely to look at the audience and speak rather than always have the note by my side. So thank you so much for being patient with me in the midst of my long pauses and where I also went blank temporarily. So now I would like to hand over to the President. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Toastmaster Praveena. I'd like to appreciate the first time role players, Toastmaster Pradeep, the timer for the day, Toastmaster Krishnapriya, a Grammarian for the day, and Toastmaster Senthil, our General Evaluator for the day. And it's now time for all the members to honor two special persons who have taken their first step by giving the first speech in the Toastmasters journey. So I now invite Toastmaster Karanjeet and Toastmaster Anish over here, and I request all the members to stand up and honor our icebreaker speakers for the day. Yeah, yes. Congrats. Thank you, members.
One minute.
Thank you, members. Now may I invite S. Jose to come over here and share a quick feedback of the meeting.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, today it was wonderful session from in that TMoD session, and wonderful speeches, 3 speeches. Then in the one of that table topic sessions, there have many topics, interesting topics. Many people are participated. We got many knowledge. So then wonderful that evaluation session. Okay, how to evaluate, how to do that improvement on our speech. Okay, so in that finally we have that this entertainment session, that also good. Overall, this session was very engaged. Okay, we was thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Sathyavathi over here for a quick feedback.
This is my 4th session today after a long pause. I thoroughly enjoy coming to Toastmasters, right? One thing that came to me, one observation is, here, like we all have a learning goal. We all want to improve our communication, improve our leadership skills, become courageous, come and talk in front of group of people. That itself is difficult for many, because maybe that is how our academics is structured. That is how, even office, your corporate life, people don't get opportunities to come and talk in front of a lot of people. But all that happens in a fun way. That's something that, especially today, that's something I really like about Toastmasters. Thank you.
Now we move on to the results of today's meeting. The best speaker is Toastmaster Umamaheshwararao. Take a photo. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. The best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Pramodh. The best evaluator, Toastmaster Jayashri. The best role player are TMoD, Toastmaster Praveena. Apologies for the short delay. And the best tag role player, Grammarian Toastmaster Krishnapriya. Thank you all for joining us to this wonderful and entertaining and exciting meeting. With the sound of this gavel, I adjourn Medley Meeting number 855. I request all the members and guests to join us for some tea and snacks. Thank you all.